If you've been hard stuck mid-ladder for months at a time, you're probably making the smallest mistakes that you don't even notice. Today, we're gonna fix that. All right, welcome back, guys. First off, we got the card of the day right here. We got a little EV. Okay, speaking of cards, all right, card levels are the most important thing, obviously. Everybody knows this, but as a free-to-play player, like most of you are if you're watching this video, obviously, you're not going to be able to have as high-level cards as everybody else. Considering wherever you are in the track, if you're at 8,000 trophies, I see most people getting stuck at 7,000 to 8,000 to 9,000 trophies. I'd consider that mid-ladder. So actually on this graph right here is the average amount of trophies that people have right now. So most people are stuck at 5K. So if you're stuck at 5K, this video is definitely for you, first of all. So if your cards are under leveled or you feel like you're just not able to compete against these other people who have higher level cards, first of all, you definitely have to buy everything from the shop every single day if you can afford it. Obviously not the gem one, that's a stupid shop item. Do not buy the gem offer. That's terrible waste of your gems. Number two, as a free-to-play player, you are basically forced to play one deck and one deck only. So early on, you're going to want to have to decide what deck do you think is working, okay? It could be a homemade deck, it could be a meta deck, it could be a pro player's deck, okay? You have to find what deck works and you have to level up that one deck. Because basically, as a free-to-play, you're not going to be able to work on two decks at once. It's impossible. You're going to have to be at least, you're going to have at least one deck maxed out if you want to even get to 15,000 trophies or anywhere near 15,000 trophies, okay? So for me, I have a homemade deck. I've been running it for 7 years and I just maxed it out. Luckily, all the cards in it are pretty well. I just hit 15,000 trophies. There's my credibility, okay? Just hit 15,000 trophies with my homemade deck, all right? I don't use meta decks. They're boring to me. So you have to focus on that one deck. And if it takes you a while to find that, that's okay. Test out your decks. You have to test them out or watch a pro player, be a meta player, whatever. It's fine. If you like meta decks, that's whatever. Tip number 3. This is a really important one. You have to be patient in your matches. You have to be patient in your games. Sometimes, depending on your deck versus your opponent's deck, you have to wait until double elixir just to get a first push in, okay? Sometimes you have to defend, wait for them to slip up, defend as your heart desires, whatever, dude. Defend as much as you can. As soon as your opponent slips up, they play a perfect counter to your win condition. You say you're playing Goblin Barrel and they throw a log at some like Skarmy or something. Throw that Goblin Barrel, make sure you back it up with something. Boom, that's easy tower damage, especially if they don't have any other counters. You have to know when to be aggressive, okay? Try to save your win conditions for as soon as they played their perfect counter. Just like I said with the Goblin Barrel, say you're running Hog Cycle. If they play a Cannon, they play a P.E.K.K.A. on the left side, throw that thing out on the right side, but you have to make sure you're not overcommitting, okay? Make sure you have enough elixir to defend their side and commit on your own because they're going to have to defend your Hog Rider. They're not going to let a Hog Rider on their tower for free. So you have to analyze what their deck is versus what your deck is, okay? You got to know what their counters are. All right, tip number 4 is you need to know your deck, okay? You need to know exactly what the opponent's cards are going to be doing against your cards. Say a 1 elixir skeleton, they can counter so many cards if you play them in the perfect position. That you're using skeletons and you're using Ice Spirit. You can easily counter a whole Mega Knight and bring it to your King Tower for 3 elixir, and you activate your King Tower to kite a Mega Knight. If you don't know how to do that and you're running skeletons, E-Spirit, Ice Spirit, whatever like that, look it up. You need to know how to kite like that with the Mega Knight. It's absolutely insane. It's a free 3 elixir counter against a 7 elixir card. 100% you need to know how to do that, okay? And against your own deck, you have to know your weaknesses. Maybe you know that your deck isn't perfect against air. Maybe you know that it's not good against spams. Maybe you know it's not against Fireball, okay? Or Fireball Cycle. You have to know what you're weak to so you know exactly how to align your cards in a cycle against an opponent. Number 5, you have to learn how to passively count elixir. Okay, I know it sounds difficult. I know. As long as you're tracking, like, say you played a Goblin Barrel and he threw a Fireball at it because he had nothing else. That's a whole +1 elixir trade for you. That's all you really need to do, okay? Say, just like the Mega Knight example, you countered it with 3 elixir. Boom, he's down 4 elixir. That means you're up 4 elixir to be able to push back, like with a Hog Rider or something like that. I think just in this gameplay right here, there was a clip. This guy overcommitted 100%. He used the lightning on a cannon. That was really stupid. I was able to punish it with a hog rider. It's probably way back in the video right now. I'll probably give you a little clip of that. Pretty crazy, I know. You have to know when to punish them. You have to know when to be aggressive. You have to know when to be whatever. You have to know when to be defensive, okay? You have to know when they overcommitted and they spent too much elixir and you were able to defend it really easily, or opposite, obviously. If you spent too much elixir and they defended it with like 2 less elixir, boom, they're ahead of you now. So you have to be able to reset confidently. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's all. Tip number 6. This goes into my next tip, actually. Track their rotation in their card cycles, okay? Obviously, their full decks tracking is kind of difficult. I'm not even perfect at that. But you have to track where their rotation is. Say they just use their log, okay? They will have to wait 4 cards again until they can play that log again. So basically, say you're running a log bait, okay? Log bait's a pretty strong deck, meta deck idea right now. So if you want to consider that, look up some log bait decks. Pretty easy. Make sure you watch when they're using their log, because that's your #1 counter, obviously. Track their rotation. Know when they have log back in their hand, okay? If they're throwing everything else out, obviously they're going to have log back in their hand pretty easily. So track their rotation, not their full decks, unless you can count their full decks. It's pretty hard. It's pretty difficult focusing on all 8 cards at once, but you can do it if you practice enough. All right, tip number 7. Every interaction, I want you to reflect. How could I have done that better, okay? I want you to think back in your head, I definitely could have defended that with cheaper elixir. I definitely could have kited that P.E.K.K.A better. I definitely could have used my specific card. I could use my fireball on that and it would have taken out the witch, etc. Things like that. You have to think, could I have countered this without expending as much elixir so I can have a better counter push? Things like that. Could I could I have cycled my cards differently? Could I have got out a Ice Spirit and a Skeleton so I could get back to my win condition again? You have to think about every little thing like that. That was a good video, I think. Let me know what you guys want to see. Tomorrow I'm going to hit my 500 sub special. I'm going to do a belly flop into the pool every time I lose a Clash Royale match. That'll be pretty intense. It'll be pretty fun, I think. All right, thanks for watching the video. I love you guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Okay, 99% of my viewers are not subscribed or whatever. I don't even know. That's actually 97%. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.